Hey there everyone, welcome back as we're taking a look at the finals from the 2022 USBCs. It is Spector going up against Nickell. Let's jump right into the second segment today. So taking a look at the scorecard here, we see that Nickell picks up 4 imps. They were behind by 20 after the first segment, and so now they've made a bit of a comeback in this one. Still a lot of swings that took place in this segment. I suppose taking a look at board 20 is probably a good place to start as any. So let's see about this slam deal. All right, so in first seat, we have Bobby Levin opening 1 spade, everyone vulnerable. Good 13, singleton heart, pretty excellent hand. I would probably even treat this as a non-minimum if asked, but let's see what he does in the auction. East bids 2 hearts, natural, game forcing 5 or more hearts, 2 no trump by West. Maybe they play something like 3 of a minor shows 5-5 in this position, in which case 2 no trump is almost forced with a lot of hands for this scenario. If you can't rebid 2 spades to show a 6 spade and you don't have a 5-card minor, then you just have to rebid 2 no, which makes sense. It keeps the auction a little lower. East bids 3 clubs natural, West bids 3 diamonds, and East finally shows some delayed spade support. East would have bid 3 spades originally over 2 no trump if he had 3-card support, therefore 3 spades shows a doubleton. West bids 4 clubs, suggesting a club fit of some kind, and East just elects to sign off in 4 spades. So from East's perspective, he has 14 high card points. It looks like his hand is not fitting very well with his partners. He does know that he has a nice 5-2 spade fit, but the singleton diamond opposite partner's diamond length is not ideal, and given that partner doesn't have heart support, the Jack of Hearts is a kind of questionable card. King 5th of clubs might not be great, so East would need a lot of help from his partner for slam to be within reach, and I think that's why East has elected to sign off in 4 spades here. It's also a little unclear if he believes 4 clubs promises a fit in this type of auction. I know these guys have been playing together for decades, so I'm sure they have good agreements here, and it feels like 4 clubs should promise a fit. But nonetheless, maybe East was still a little concerned about Queen-Jack doubleton is not a great spade holding. You know, you need partner to have both the ace and king for there to be no losers in that suit. So I understand the sign off in 4 spades. That makes a lot of sense on this kind of auction, but East definitely had the option to continue if he wanted. And let's take a look at the defense. So North leads a diamond at trick 1. I'm sure North considered diamonds and spades as potential leads. When Declare has showed a 2-suiter and Dummy has showed a 2-suiter, oftentimes leading trumps to cut down on some sort of cross ruff is useful, but leading a natural diamond suit also makes some sense. And Declare is going to win the ace, and it feels like the most natural thing to do, from my perspective, is to ruff diamonds. That gets rid of cards that we know to be losers, whereas if we tried to pull trumps and it didn't really work out, maybe the opponents do cash some diamond tricks, so it looks like Declare is going to do that. He's going to cash a couple of hearts to discard his diamond loser, cross to the ace of clubs, ruff his last diamond, cash the king of clubs, and now he gets to ruff a trick, exit a club, win some return cheaply, and duck a spade to now end play south into leading a spade away from the king. So Declare gets 11 tricks overall, but this contract was never really in any danger with the line of play that Declare took. So let's see what happened at the other table, how they managed to reach this club slam, it looks like. I haven't even checked to see if it's a good contract. It might be. We'll find out soon enough. West once again opens a spade, East bids 2 hearts, and West again bids 2 no trump. East bids 3 clubs. West bids 3 diamonds. East bids 3 spades. We've seen all of this before. West bids 4 clubs, and here we have our first deviation in the auction. So East elects to bid 4 diamonds here. At the other table, East had bid 4 spades. This is sign off in spades. And at this table, East elects to bid 4 diamonds. We don't know if this is due to maybe some differences in systemic ways of how they treat the prior bids in the auction up through 4 clubs, or if this was just a judgment call that East made where he expected 4 diamonds to be a safe bid, in that whatever his partner responded, they would have an easy way to sign off in either 4 spades or 5 clubs if that was necessary, but if partner does have the perfect hand, then we can bid on to a slam. So 4 hearts showed 0 or 3 key cards. 4 spades asked for the club queen, 5 clubs denied the club queen, and East elected to bid 6 clubs. So looking at East's hand, he can see that partner has 3 aces, which with his king of clubs and ace of hearts is all of the key cards. He sees that they have no heart losers, no diamond losers. At most 1 spade loser on a finesse, and without the club queen, we probably have a club loser, but partner could have the jack of clubs, in which case we have some chances to pick up the club suit for no losers via club finesse. But I would probably expect this contract to hinge on the spade finesse some amount of the time. It is true that there's no mention of a spade king from partner. West could have the spade king on this auction, as far as I can tell. Maybe some of these earlier bids could have denied it. 1 spade, 2 no trump, 3 diamonds, 4 clubs. It's possible that West, with the king of spades in addition to all of these aces, may have chosen something different during the auction previously, but we don't really know what their system agreements are. So anyway, East-West get to 6 clubs on this auction, which seems like a reasonable choice. I mean, just from a loser count. Now, East might be a little worried about what he's going to do with all of his heart cards. Maybe he's hoping that his partner will provide some spade discards for him. So we get a diamond opening lead, and I have to say this does not look like a great contract from first glance. I mean, the heart losers look like a disaster. We do have the potential to pick up clubs for no losers, and we do have the potential to pick up spades for no losers, so there are going to be some layouts where we make 7 clubs, but it kind of feels like even with the spade finesse, we need a little help in dealing with the heart suit, and clubs 4-1 is probably a bit too much for us to handle, even if the club queen is on side. Although there's no guarantee in that. But let's take a look at what Nickell does. He wins the diamond ace and elects to ruff a diamond. So this makes me think that Nickell is trying to set up the dummy, which means he's probably going to need 3-2 clubs, and the spade finesse is going to have to be on side. So he does take the spade finesse at trick 3, which does hold, and this gives him some hope. He now roughs another diamond. It's worth noting North's play of the diamond queen on this trick. One of the things that you want to do as defender is conceal information from Nickell as much as possible, and by playing the diamond queen, South, having led a low diamond at trick 1, would never lead a low diamond if he had either the king-queen or queen-jack combination. Therefore, North was already known to hold the diamond queen just from the opening lead, which, you know, as a defender, you want to play cards you're known to hold because that will conceal as much information as possible. and keep declare guessing a little bit. But just wanted to point that out because that's a good play by North. South dumps the king of diamonds. This makes a lot of sense. This is probably a card South was known to hold. Well, either the king or the jack. So had South played the 2, declare would then know diamonds were 4-4 and would be comfortably able to ruff his last diamond in hand. As is, he might be a little scared that North still has both of the remaining diamonds, and if he tries to ruff a diamond, South could overruff. So declare now elects to unblock the jack of spades. Cash 2 rounds of hearts to discard his diamond loser. Lead a 3rd round of hearts, ruffed. Oh, okay, I see. So declare may have changed plans mid-hand at this point. Now he very clearly is just trying to cross-ruff the hand as much as possible. And now he'll probably lead the 10 of spades. So if North discards, then that's good for declare. He gets to cash his 10 of spades for free and then continue cross-ruffing the hand. If North trumps, then declare will be able to overruff and then ruff a heart and then play another spade and, you know, kind of proceed this way. So North is in a bit of a pickle. There's nothing he can do from a double dummy perspective, so he tries his best, ruffing with the 10 of clubs. Declare overruffs, leads a heart, which gets ruffed. The 9 of hearts was also high, so once again, South in a bit of the same bind as North was earlier. 9 of hearts gets overruffed. Declare now gets to cash the ace of clubs, and he gets to lead a spade towards the 9 at this point. With a count on South's hand, he knows South has the last remaining spade, and therefore this was a 100% safe line of play to take his 12 tricks. North does get his trump trick that he was entitled to from the very beginning, but that's the only trick for the defense. So, very well played hand by declare, I would say. I didn't really analyze it all that fully as to whether or not declare switched his plan midway through the hand, or if he was always planning on doing this kind of pseudo setup spades and then play into a cross ruff line. Maybe something about the defender's carding told him what was going on. Guess we won't know for sure. But that's 12 imps to Spector. I would say that the Nickell team actually judged a little better on the hand to sign off in 4 spades in the closed room. But sometimes slam just makes. So, speaking of slams that just make, let's take a look at board 24. Because one side reached a grand slam, which did not come through. Alright. So in the closed room, we have West opening a spade in first seat. Seems like that's happening a lot these days. And yeah, nothing more to say. Good 11 count, 6-3-3-1. Excellent spade suit. East bids 2 clubs, 2 or more cards game forcing. Looks like North-South have nothing to say, so they're passing throughout. West bids 2 spades, presumably showing a 6th spade. East bids 2 no trump. This is an excellent bid, I think, from East's perspective. When you have the strongest hand and you have all of these tennises, like ace-queen, ace-king-jack, you know, ace-king, for example, you want to be the one to declare most of the hands, and no trump is always going to be a viable contract, even if you find a fit somewhere. Like, even here where we have a spade fit, we could still end up playing this hand in no trump. So, being able to bid that suit first, meaning that you get to be declare in that contract, is really important in some of these auctions. So East was probably looking for opportunities to bid new suits, bid no trump, try and name himself as declare of this hand so that his hearts would be protected. That's the most important piece of his hand, but also if he gets a club lead, it would be into his ace-king-jack. That could be nice. A diamond lead into his ace-king might allow him for some flexibility in Dummy's diamonds if Dummy has like Jack 9/3. So this 2 no trump bid, albeit very descriptive for his hand as well. He has a balanced hand. he's already promised a game force. I suspect he's doing it more because he wants to protect his heart cards in a no-trump contract. So West bids 3 no-trump. Makes a lot of sense. He has nothing more to say. He's already showed a 6-card spade suit. Sure, he could do something like bid a 3-card suit, like 3 diamonds, if he was worried about his singleton club, because remember, partner's 2-club bid didn't necessarily promise a suit. But with such good spades, we're just hoping that now partner's declaring the no-trump, so hopefully any leads into his hand will be positive for him, and we have 6 good spade tricks ready to go. So 3 no makes sense. East bids 4 diamonds, and this is one of those things that you just have to do when you have a very strong hand and not really a whole lot of direction as to what's going on. I mean, East has 22 high card points, 23 high card points. Yeah, 23 high card points. His partner opened the bidding, so East already knows that they're going to at least a small slam and maybe even a grand slam. But doing something like asking for key cards doesn't really help him. He needs to get some sort of cooperation from his partner, because the cards he cares about are like the Queen of Clubs, the Queen of Diamonds, the King of Hearts, maybe something he can ask about, and of course the Ace, King, Queen of Spades. So 4 diamonds is just manufacturing a bid of some kind, hoping that his partner can do something productive. 4 hearts is alerted as a last train type bid, and I really like this choice by West. Because West has such strong spades, it doesn't matter that he has 11 high card points, which is a bare minimum. It doesn't matter that his Queen of Diamonds might not be such a great card. Obviously, the partner's 4 diamond bid, I guess, helps him out with that evaluation. It doesn't really matter that he has a singleton club ups his partner's suit. Like, when his partner announces that going to slam is something he thinks is important, having 6 tricks in your own hand, we call it 6 tricks, even though his partner might have a spade void and the spades are possibly not running. Or partner could have a singleton spade, I guess. The 2 no-trump bid back here may have promised at least a singleton. What you need for slams is controls and tricks. And so if East has the controls and West has the tricks, then West is pretty happy about pushing forward to a slam. So I like the decision of being forward going, even though he's mostly showed his values already. East bid 5 hearts. Again, from East perspective, we're just manufacturing something and hoping that partner will be cooperative in some way. And West jumps to 6 spades. Now, again, I think I really like this bid. West would have given any sort of positive Q bid along the way, and it's very clear at this point from West's perspective that his partner is so very much interested in slam. He's made this weird 4 diamond bid, the 5 heart bid. So West probably expects that slam is going to be a good contract, or it might make on the wrong opening lead. You know, maybe partner's 4 diamond bid was a bit of a bluff, and the opponents would need to lead a diamond before we can pull trumps and run partner's clubs to discard all of our diamond losers. But yeah, so West bid 6 spades, and now from East perspective, he didn't really get the cooperation he was hoping for. Obviously, the only card that his partner could have showed on this kind of auction is the Heart King. So I guess we're hoping for a 6 heart bid from partner. When we don't get that, we elect to bid the safer slam from our perspective, which is 6 no trump. Again, we don't want hearts being led through our ace queen. We want them being led into our ace queen. So I would say smart bidding all around from East to West here. And let's take a look at how the defense went. So South elects to lead a diamond. Makes a lot of sense. It's kind of an unbid suit. Obviously, there was this 4 diamond bid, but we don't want to lead away from king. We don't want to lead away from a queen. Leading a spade was probably sensible as well, but I think if we're trying to defeat the contract, then we need to come up with a way to get 2 tricks, and South elects to go passive here. Leading heart would be more aggressive. Maybe partner has the heart ace. It's true, they didn't go through key card, so there's no guarantee that they aren't off the ace king of some suit, and hearts would offer the best prospect for that. But leading passively and just hoping Declare doesn't have enough tricks is also sensible. In this hand, it looks like there's just 12 tricks off the top, and Declare can either take a heart finesse or a club finesse for an extra trick. Let's see what he elects to try and do. He's probably going to run some spades first, and we'll follow through that line, but he just elects to take the heart finesse. No reason to do anything fancy. All of the spades are good. The ace queen of diamonds are there, ace king of clubs. The heart finesse loses, and Declare claims 12 tricks. So well bid, I would say well-deserved 990 for Declare at this table. Let's see what happened at the other table. So once again, West opened a spade, East bid 2 clubs, showing 2 or more, game forcing. West bid 2 spades, showing 6. East bid 3 spades. West bid 3 no trump. I guess I'll pause for a second. The 3 spade bid, I actually really like the 3 spade bid, but this hand is definitely going to be tricky no matter what East does. The reason I like 3 spades is that one of the most difficult things when you think that your hand is in slam territory is getting partner to cooperate, because often you're the one who has extra values, and partner's going to, once they find a fit, just say, oh great, we found a fit, let's play in game, right? And so then you have to take a push forward past game, and that might get you a little too precariously high if you're not careful. So you do want to get partner to cooperate, if possible, with this kind of hand, East's hand, right? And we kind of talked about how the minor suit queens are important cards, but it's going to be very difficult for West to understand that. The heart king is pretty much the only thing that East can hold, which will allow East to cooperate in a sensible manner, and good trumps, of course. But one of the best ways to get partner to cooperate is to find a fit at as low a level as possible. Because once you find a fit, it offers your partner a lot of flexibility in giving non-serious slam tries versus serious slam tries, or electing to Q-bid or just sign off in game. So by finding the fit in spades early at the 3 level, it allows West to do something like, for example, bid 3 no trump non-serious. And similarly to what we discussed at the other table, I like this bid. A lot of people might look at this and say, well, I've already showed a 6-card suit, I've already showed an opening hand, how can I have anything less? And that's true from the perspective of, if we were just planning on playing in a game contract, I agree. I think West's hand is fairly minimal for bidding game. The 3 losers in hearts, 3 losers in diamonds really don't look that great. The singleton opposite partner's potential natural club suit doesn't look that great. But for a slam, we have a source of tricks. Our spade suit is exceptionally good, very robust. The 10 of spades could even be an important card in some scenarios. So I like that West at both tables showed a little life with this non-serious bid here. East elects to just jump to key card. It's hard to blame East for making this bid, and it's hard to say that there are alternative choices, because once again we've said that a lot of the important cards East is looking for, his partner just is never going to care about. So 5 spades shows 2 with the queen, so now East knows they have all the key cards. 5 no trump asks for anything else, like the king of hearts, for example. West says no kings, and East elects to try 7 spades. Now, from East's perspective, he probably expects that this contract's going to be at worst on a heart finesse. And so from an imp perspective, it's not terrible if that's the case. I think you need to be a little better than 50% at imps to bid a grand slam, not vulnerable. So if it really is just on the heart finesse, then that's not ideal. But there is some potential that maybe the club's set up for some extra tricks. It's possible partner just has the queen of clubs, in which case maybe the contract's just cold. Let's step back for a second and look at the no trump bids. Oh, I guess if we're planning to set up the clubs or have some potential for setting up the clubs, yeah, we don't want to play this hand in 6 no trump for sure. Okay. Yeah, actually I really like this choice by East, given that he knows his partner has 6 spades, so we have 6 spade tricks, 7, 8 from the ace king of diamonds, 9, 10 from the ace king of clubs, 11 from the ace of hearts, so we do need 2 tricks somewhere, and if partner has the queen of clubs, that's going to provide us with 2 extra tricks, the queen and jack of clubs. If partner has the diamond queen, then we only need 1 trick, and with all of these entries to our hand, it is very possible we can play ace king of clubs, ruff a club, come back to the ace of diamonds, ruff a club, and the suit may well split in such a way where a jack of clubs now stands up as a winner. And barring all of that, we can always fall back on the heart finesse. So I think overall this was very well judged by East-West in this hand. Let's take a look at what happens for the defense. So we get a spade lead. Oftentimes against a grand slam, a trump is preferred. It is just the safest opening lead. Leading other suits can potentially give away the contract or make things a lot easier for declare. So although against a contract like 6 spades, we might lead the 10 of hearts or 9 of hearts, as North here against 7 spades, North elects to lead a trump. So declare is going to pull trumps, discarding the jack of hearts. He's going to play the ace king of clubs and ruff a club. And now he gets the bad news, unfortunately, for him, which means not only is there no squeeze, because South is sitting behind the tennis, behind the threat of the clubs in East's hand. I'm forgetting the terminology. I think that's what it's called, the threat. So now Declare knows he just needs to take a heart finesse for his contract. That doesn't work, and they're deprived of a very nice result given the auction. But looking back at the scorecard, there's a lot of back and forth. We see a lot of push boards in some of the same contracts. 4 spades on board 29. We have a push in 4 hearts on board 23. But overall, it looks like Nickell managed to edge out Spector a little bit in this segment. So that is going to do it for the second segment of play. Spector now has a 16 imp lead, moving on to the third segment, which we're going to be taking a look at tomorrow. See you then.